adds a healthy green shade on Bella's face in the Arizona sun. Here we see a traditional artistic approach called color conflict, which is used to highlight that the person is not like the others or don't belong here. But when she moves to Forks, she finally blends into the color code. And here I noticed how her look is very similar to the Ophelia by the Pre-Raphaelites. And also we can see a lot of parallels between two girls, Bella and Ophelia. Let's refresh who is Ophelia. Ophelia is a character from Hamlet, and her tragedy is being an outsider. Her love, Hamlet, treated her badly, killed her father, and Ophelia has lost everything: love, family, and her mind. So she tried to end everything. So yeah, tragic story, classical tragic story. So that the similarities between Bella and Ophelia. They are outsiders and their lives are ruined by their love. Edward spoiled everything. I caught myself on thinking that a lot of scenes, especially from the first movie, with Bella and her father looks like canvases from American realism. And that type of art is about our reality without any fantasies. Reality like it is. Bella's room and the diner literally scream loneliness. This setting reminds me of Edward Hopper's paintings. His characters are often in the same room, but they don't interact. They are visually isolated, just like Bella and Charlie, eating together in silence, barely speaking. In American realism, a window is a symbol. It's a border between the isolation of the main character and the other world. Bella is always at this border, looking out, and through that window, her escape enters the world of the Cullens. So the Cullens world is the opposite of realism. It's Romanticism, where everything is grand and aesthetic. And Edward is a classical romantic hero. He is a loner and intellectual, with a dark past and a secret. You can see this in Caspar David Friedrich painting Wanderer Above the Sea of Fog. This is a classic representation of that archetype of the romantic hero. Edward's moves are always beast-like. His contorted poses and way of moving, for example, how he's always climbing somewhere, reminds me of Rubens' painting Seated Demon. Rubens painted his demon with incredible beauty, but eyes full of inhuman sadness. Edward calls himself a monster, but he's visually perfect. And this conflict, the monster inside an angel, is its central theme for Romanticism. In art, this is called cursed beauty. Look at the Alexandre Cabanel's The Fallen Angel. It shows Lucifer cast out of the heaven. He is physically perfect, but his eyes show a mix of anger and suffering. And this is exactly how Edward looks when he fights his bloodlust in the cafeteria of the biology class. During the Skin of a Killer scene, I thought of this painting. It shows a young man cursed with eternal sleep. He's not dead, but not alive. He's frozen at his peak of beauty forever, just like a 17 years old vampire. When Bella and Edward are together, they look like they don't belong in the American realism of Forks. They belong in unrealistic nature. In this painting, the woman is literally wrapped in the branches of the tree. And the camera looking down on Bella creates the same flat effect, where the person became part of a botanical pattern. That romanticism of Cullens and Edward is the reason why Bella runs from her American realism. Tell me in the comments if you like my video, it's really important for small channels like mine. Share your thoughts on my insights, which do you agree or disagree with, subscribe and see you next week.